I like that they're all different colors.
Yeah. Even way back on the Game Boy, this was one of Zelda fans' favorite songs. We're here, puppers. It's time for the finale of The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. I've got all the balls.
All the bowls.
All the balls. And I just got the last hot piece from Dompe. You didn't have to see that. You don't want to see that. It's just a lot of tedious challenges where I'm just like, oh boy, really glad they hid the heart pieces behind this challenge.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your full 2 rows of hearts, you gotta do that stuff. Honestly, I love this remake aside from the addition of like Dompe's Dungeon Maker. It's such a disappointment.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, because it's just like, oh, here's these pre-made dungeon rooms that you just rearrange. And I'm just like,
well, yeah.
oh, I wanted to make my own dungeons. They're like, well, you can. You just take the rooms we already made and you rearrange them. And it's your own dungeon. I'm just like, no, never mind. Never mind, Nintendo. I play by your rules.
Yep.
That's just how it is. What's that? Is that our brand you're using?
Poor Nintendo. They're getting a lot of shit. Just for being like, I just don't want you to take my stuff.
Hang on, I don't want that book. I already read that book. I want to read this book. Dark Secrets and Mysteries of Koholint. Okay, so I learned that there are numerous patterns depending on like the playthrough.
Okay.
So like it's not always going to be the same pattern. So like if you watch me and be like, ah yes, that's the pattern, it might not be the pattern for your playthrough.
Yeah.
So I took a screen cap of the pattern in my playthrough, and now we can head up to the Egg of the Windfish. Because as soon as you enter, it's just like a big old labyrinth.
And then you follow the pattern.
You gotta follow the pattern or you'll be going there in circles. Never ending. Forever wandering the dark depths of the Windfish's egg.
I'd be okay with it.
Our viewers wouldn't. It would like, get to the point! Get on with it!
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's funny how it's like, oh no, Link is on this island. We have to get him off the island. He has to go back to reality. And I'd be like, you know what? I'd be content. I'd be like, yeah, this is fine.
Well, no, because if he doesn't wake up, he'll drown. Because like at the start, he's
Fair.
shipwrecked.
Yeah.
The time has come. When you play the 8 instruments of the sirens in front of the egg, he will awaken. This, my friend, is the only way for you to leave the island. Got a little bit of morning voice, but it worked for the owl. I'm like, I'll take it.
It's not even as though we didn't, like, speak yet.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's
weird.
not super early, but we're both like,
Here we go. The Ballad of the Windfish. All together now. A 1, a 2, a skilly-dilly-do.
maybe if we play really loud. Or maybe if we play so quiet, no one can hear us. I like that they're all different colors.
Yeah. Even way back on the Game Boy, this was one of Zelda fans' favorite songs. So the first time it would like premiered in the Symphony of the Goddesses, to hear it with real instruments, people were like in an uproar. It was like, yeah, woo! Because like obviously the original's very tingy.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no!
Open sesame!
What if it was just the wrong egg? The little chicken was like, what?
Poltra comes out.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, wrong egg. Hoot hoot!
Alright, here we are. The Windfish's egg.
Ah.
Now begins the path. Alright, so I believe it's left. Up. Up again. And up one more time. And then we're going to hang a right. At least it's pretty
He
to get
trips.
lost in.
I'm sorry. It is very pretty.
And I think up. And if you did it right, this appears. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
They're like foiled.
And that's basically the final dungeon. Just knowing the path. This is the final battle. We were born of nightmares. To take over this world, we made the windfish sleep endlessly. If the windfish doesn't wake up, this island will never disappear. We would have been the masters of this place. But you had to come here and disrupt our plans.
I'm sorry, I'm shipwrecked.
You can never defeat us. Let's rumble.
I'm on fire.
I will show you the greatest nightmare. So yeah, the final boss is called the Nightmares of the Windfish. And it is an amalgamation of numerous enemies from the Zelda series.
Yes.
So it's going to start off by just being this giant blob. And,
Blob!
Oh yeah. Blob's returned, oh no! And you hit it.
Didn't like my game.
No, wait a minute. I don't think I'm supposed to use the fire rod. No, because I'm not doing damage. Crap. Oh, magic powder. Dude. You do the magic powder. Swoosh. There we go.
What? Link is like, do we have time for this?
Excuse me, in this playthrough, his name is Lunk. Even though we've never called him by Lunk at all through the whole thing, we've still called him Link.
I still don't know why you changed it to Lunk.
Just to be funny. But you didn't find the humor in it, so, well, fair enough.
Well, I don't know if it's like a reference to something.
So,
or...
the gag I was thinking of, like, you just change Link's name in each game just wrong enough. So, like, Lunk, Link with a Y, Lank, Lonk. But, I mean, we can abort that joke, because it's not working. So, this is actually one of the main villains of A Link to the Past, the previous Zelda game.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta deflect his energy shots right back at him with a sword swing. That becomes very common in Zelda games, doing Dead Man's Volley with your opponent.
Yeah.
Only the pink ones you can deflect back.
Okay.
The blue ones, they scatter and
Yeah.
hurt you. So yeah, that one you don't want. Ouch.
He touched me.
It's okay. I believe I have the secret medicine and a fairy.
Yeah, see, the struggle I had, I didn't have any of that, and I would, like, lose 2 or 3 hearts per battle, and
You also
don't
didn't have
get
the Caholen
to,
sword.
and you don't get to, like, fill your hearts back up.
No, this is...
So by, like, the last final boss, I had, like, 1 heart.
Yep. OJ Money has dealt with that recently. He did a stream.
I mean, he is, like, significantly a better player of games than me. I just cry.
Aw. But he should be more prepared. And then right at the end, right on the final form, he lost the last heart.
Aww.
And it was funny. Because he was just like, I didn't get the perfect ending. Damn it.
I'm a nightmare cheeseburger.
I didn't get the perfect ending. Fuck. Hang on, wait for it. Come on, just a little closer.
Nightmare cheeseburger.
Alright, this form is the one that's just brutal. So this is Ganon.
Yeah.
This is the Nightmare of Ganon. And you can only hurt him 2 ways, I learned. So the spin attack, but also apparently by charging at him with the Pegasus boots. You can do damage as well. But his trident deflects all of your shots.
Yeah.
And when he throws it, he can trap you in a corner.
Oh, I remember.
And you can take quite a bit of damage. So yeah, in my stance, I'm like, if I can beat this phase, the battle's mine. If. If is good. Son of a bitch. I think I've got 1 shot in so far. The nice thing about having the Caholen sword is it doesn't take nearly as many swings to take out this form.
Yeah.
You just gotta hit the son of a bitch. Alright, there it goes. Quick. No, no! See, it's bouncing off. Alright.
I do like the little fire bats, though.
The fire bats is a nice touch. But yeah, this entire battle is a homage to A Link to the Past, which, funnily enough, Link's Awakening is only the 4th Zelda game in the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, there was only 3 prior Zeldas. The Legend of Zelda, the original, The Adventure of Link, and A Link to the Past.
Yeah. Well, I know this wasn't supposed to originally be a Zelda game.
It was supposed to be just a port of A Link to the Past, actually.
Yeah.
That was the initial plan. And then they were just like, no,
So, it makes sense.
We can make a legit Zelda game out of this. And then the following one was the 5th Zelda, Ocarina of Time, which combined the strongest aspects of the previous 4 and kind of became the template going forward until Breath of the Wild finally broke that template.
Yeah.
But a lot of people consider, myself included, that like Ocarina of Time wasn't that different from A Link to the Past. It was just in 3D. But it did combine the other elements of the 1st, 2nd, and Link's Awakening.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that when we get to those games. For now, it's just trying to hit this son of a bitch and move on with the fight. See, the bats don't bother me. It's just like, slide to the left.
It's
the
that.
trident.
Yeah.
It's the trident. It gets me every time. It's just like, let me in to get a shot on you. I wonder if it would have been easier if I did the Pegasus boot method. It was just like, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Charge! But at the time of
There you go.
recording, I didn't know about that method.
Yay.
Alright. Next up, we have, I believe, the Landmola. Uh-huh. So this is the one you use the fire rod for. Huh! This one's not too bad. Just line up your shot.
Yeah,
Cha-ching.
it was the Ganon one that like took all of my health, and then there was still
Me
like
too.
3 or 4 after that, and I'm like, what the actual fuck?
This is the last one. Have the boomerang. This guy looks like a Kirby boss. Okay.
Eyeball!
Yeah, this is its final form.
Dry eye.
And the more damage you do, the faster those little pendulum arms swing. And that's basically it. Just know the pattern. Again, even the final form is easier than
Ganon.
than Ganon, yeah. Alright, careful. Nope, spin attacks don't work. The sword is useless. You can either use the bow. I believe you can use the bow. Yeah, you can use the bow. Oh, but now I don't have the jump. Oops! Alright. We're just gonna do the boomerang and the Rock's Feather. That way I can jump. Whee!
Link's like, no. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like, don't complicate things. You want to be a J-Monius and lose your perfect ending?
Aww.
Wait for it. Good. And see, it's speeding up.
I mean, like, look,
like
if
a
I'm
clock.
poked in the eye once, I'm down.
It's like a clock monster.
I am down for the count.
It's noon! There we go. So, in the original Game Boy, all it took was one shot with the boomerang and you could insta-kill him.
Oh.
The original strategy was using the arrows. But they found that, like, for some reason, the boomerang would just kill it in one shot.
Yeah.
So obviously they changed that in the remake. To be like, the boomerang still hurts him, and that's the best strategy, but it's no longer just a one-hit kill.
Right. Well, it's like, I feel like if his eye was open long enough, it'd be 2, because it hits once going
it's
forward
once,
and once coming back.
Yep. Oh, got him. This island is going to disappear. Our world is going to disappear. Our world. Our world. And thus the end of the nightmares.
Boom.
Boomerang, return.
Boomerang is like, nah, bro.
Oh, Lunk, you've beaten all the nightmares. Climb the stairs before you. I'm suddenly Mickey Mouse.
I know, it's like, what?
Consistent voice acting, not on this show.
I thought you were, like, going for a hootie.
Hoot hoot.
Hoot hoot.
All right, here we are. I summon thee, Windfish. Look, I have purple wings.
Yeah. His wings kind of look like fins.
Well, it's funny you say that. Because the owl is part of the Windfish's spirit.
Dun dun dun.
I am the guardian of his dream world. And the nightmares kicked me out. I'm not a very good guardian.
I was sleeping and my head was turned. I don't know what happened, but thanks for helping out.
My work here is done. Hoot hoot! And here he comes. The Windfish.
It's just a whale with wings.
I
I do think it's kind of funny, like, how would those wings hold up that big-ass whale?
Long has been my slumber.
You sound like
In my dreams,
LSP.
an egg appeared. Oh my god, it was surrounded by an island with people, animals, an entire world. Ellipses. But verily it be the nature of dreams to end. When I doth awaken, Caholen will be gone. Only the memory of this dreamland will exist in the waking world. Someday thou may recall this island. Mama always said life is like a box of
I
chocolates.
was going to say, you went from, like, LSP to, like, a King of the Hill character.
Let us awaken together. Play the 8 instruments. Play the song of awakening. All right, here we go. One more time. All together now. Goodbye, Mario references.
Goodbye, little bowling ball children.
Goodbye, bowling ball children. Goodbye, monsters. You will not be missed. Goodbye, Taryn.
I got a mushroom.
Goodbye, Marin.
Oh, I was more upset about the chicken. Look at the chicken in no!
And thus is the end of Caholen Island. We will never see it again.
Toodles.
Well, I guess that's it. I guess it's time to...
He's like, wait, no one said this.
No one said this was part of waking up. That damn owl lied to me.
You're definitely not supposed to pee when you're sleeping. Definitely not supposed to pee.
And there we go. See, if he'd have never woke up eventually, he'd have just bloop, sunk to the bottom.
Gotcha. He's like, my animation. It's better now. Aww.
Reflecting on all of his adventure. Oh.
Don't look directly at the sun, Link.
Windfish is like, don't worry, I'll fix that. And there we go.
Goodyear blimp.
The beauty of the Windfish. Till our next adventure. Until our next Zelda game.
Yay!
We did it! The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Final thoughts, please.
I think, like any game, it's going to have a special place for me because it was my first Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
So, I like it.
I really like this one too. This was the first Zelda game that I ever beat. This
Okay.
followed shortly by Ocarina of Time. Link to the Past was very intimidating for me the first time I played it, so I had to come back to it after completing these two games.
Yeah.
To actually beat it and stuff. But yeah, we have many more Zelda games going forward. I have no idea if they plan on remaking more Zelda games, but this was made by Grezzo, a sub-series, a subset of the Nintendo company that got the rights to do Zelda remakes and stuff. This is not made by the Zelda team
Okay.
that was working on Tears of the Kingdom at this time.
Yeah.
So, Zelda team has specifically said Tears of the Kingdom is lock and key the format we are doing going forward. What's called open air Zelda.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Grezzo is up to, because Grezzo is still a company. They'll still be working on games. Will they still be working on Zelda remakes? Will they do their own Zelda, or will they do their own thing? Personally, I'd like them to revisit a Zelda-like called Star Tropics. That was released way back on the NES. I think it'd be really cool if Grezzo redid Star Tropics, which is very similar to Zelda, but different enough, because it's like a blend of like American culture and the fantasy. So it has more like sci-fi elements and stuff like that. That, and like not many people know about Star Tropics except for it constantly comes on to
I
the
feel like
Nintendo
that
Virtual
would be
Console.
that would be a main reason why they wouldn't. Unfortunately, because it's not something that's widely known. Whereas people hear like, oh, they've remade a Zelda.
Yeah.
People are gonna lose their minds. They know Zelda, they know the games. Whereas like Star Tropics doesn't have that weight to the name. So I feel like they would have to make a lot of money to be able to wager remaking that kind of game.
I got you.
I don't like that. I think that it's counterintuitive sometimes, because like a remake of a game that didn't hold weight in the past could be made popular by having a remake and a re-release. But it is a gamble.
Well, you never know, because there's a lot of games that are getting remakes and HD versions. So at the end of the day, Nintendo owns that property. They can do with it what they will, whether they want to leave it sitting or if they're just like, let's take this for a modern spin. Yeah. Nintendo's on the up and up. It's not like 10 years ago when Nintendo was like, Yeah.
No, it's a possibility.
So there we go. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. We'll see you all in the next playthrough, because next up, Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yay!
Let's do this.
Sweet. Doodle.